Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to explain a comedy and supernatural series called Hataraku Mao-sama, released in 2013. The anime is about a great demon lord who fell into the modern-day Tokyo, a world filled with humans who don't believe in magic. But before we begin, beware of the spoilers. The anime begins with a man talking about the demon lord. Once a time, there lived a great demon lord who had a lot of powers. He had 4 generals with him, in which one of the names was Ensue. He was the most loyal of his generals. Wanting to claim the whole world for themselves, they waged war against the north, south, east, and west, but a hero came to save them and freed the whole world from the wrath of the demon lord. Thereby forcing the demon lord out of their world, he promised them that he would be back, and when he comes back, he would come back with great powers to claim the whole world to himself. Ariel then followed him to the other world. On getting there, they were shocked when they saw they had hands and their bodies were in the normal human form. Trying to adapt to the human lifestyle to live well, they rented an apartment and began living like humans. The great demon lord began working at an eatery while Ensue worked in a bookstore, each giving themselves an assignment. The demon lord was to provide money for their feeding and other expenses, while Ensue was to research how they could go back to their world. Then one day it was raining heavily, and the great demon lord saw a young lady that was beaten by the rain, so he gave her his umbrella to cover herself while he ran with his bicycle to his workplace. At his workplace, he was told the manager wants to see him, which made him worried. He thought he would be sacked again, but she informed him of his promotion, which made him very happy. At nighttime, on his way home, he met the lady he gave an umbrella. She said she came to see him, so then screamed, saying, "Why will the demon lord be working in a small restaurant?" Then he quickly remembered who she was. She was Lady Amelia, one of the great generals in his other world. Lady Amelia then brought out her knife ready to fight with the demon lord of the darkness, telling him that she would kill him, but they got arrested by the police, who asked him why they were fighting. The police thought they were lovers and were having a couple of fights. Hearing this from the police, Amelia got angry and stood up and screamed at the policeman that she would never have a love affair with the demon lord of darkness. Then the police released both of them. Next scene, Amelia went to their house at night, trying to watch the demon lord and Alciella. She thought they were trying to do something evil, so she made up her mind to check up on them every day and watch what they are doing. Seeing that it is Lady Amelia at the door, Alciella was scared and began screaming, but they later opened the door for her. They asked her how she got to the world. Then she told them about how she and a general whose name is Orba had passed through the gate past, but Orba was slow, so he was not able to pass through the gate. The gate has locked before he got there. Amelia did not stop, but she kept checking their house every day, watching them to see if they wanted to do something evil, having watched him for many days. One day at night, while he was riding his bicycle home, she stopped him and told him that she has been watching him and she sees that he has not been trying to do something evil, but she doesn't trust him completely. She would keep watching him. But while they were talking, some people were shooting at them, which made the demon lord jump out of his bicycle, and he fell on Lady Amelia. When they noticed that a person kept shooting at them, they ran away from the place. But Amelia kept following the demon lord as he went home. She then begged him to sleep over at his place because she lost her wallet while they were running. The next day, while Amelia was at her place of work, she works as a customer representative, she got a call from a man who came from another world like them. And he told her that he has come to kill her and the demon lord. He would kill the both of them together. Then Amelia answered him calmly, saying that she would make sure he isn't successful with it. One day, the demon lord was on a date with his co-worker. Her name is Chaiho. While they were discussing in a restaurant for their date, Amelia came to the restaurant and she saw the demon lord with the young lady. She was angry and went to meet them, disturbing their outing. She told the young lady that the demon lord is Satan and she should run away from him, but as they were talking, the building started collapsing. The building got attacked by those people that tried killing her and the demon lord before. The people began screaming and they were scared, but this gave the demon lord his power back. Screaming and fear of people are the source of his power. He became a huge man and went to his previous form. Then he used his powers to change the building back to its previous state, which saved a lot of people's lives. When Amelia got out of the building, She wondered why the demon lord was saving people and remembered what happened to her father. They were living a very happy life before her father was called to save the land from the demon lord, but he didn't return from his journey. Her whole city was burnt and she had to be the one to control the state. Then the demon lord came in front of her as she was thinking, which made her shift back away from him and told him that he didn't need to think about her. When Ensue saw the demon lord, he knelt on his knees and began crying. That told the demon lord that he was sorry for not being there for him, and he ran away when he saw the building crashing, but the demon lord didn't take it as an offense. Then everybody all went to their various houses. The next day, Amelia came over to the demon lord's house to thank him for saving her and the people in the building the other day, but on her way out of the building, she fell on the floor injuring herself, and they gave her a first aid box kit to take care of her wounds. One day, while Chaiho was passing, she came across a man with purple hair. He was Lucifer, one of the demon lord's general. But this time, he didn't come to work for his master, but to kill him and Lady Lucifer. He's the one that called Amelia the other day at work threatening her. This time around, Lucifer began destroying the whole building. Then he saw the demon lord, Amelia, and Ariel. He told them of his plan to destroy the three of them and his partner. His partner is Orba, Amelia's trusted person. This made her very sad, seeing that Orba was selfish. Lucifer then started destroying more buildings, which made Asiel injured badly, and the three ran away for their lives, but Lucifer met them at the front again, and he showed them their friend Chaiho that he has captured. He then threw her from a very high height and injured the demon lord. With his powers, he began destroying all the buildings. The people got scared and began screaming, which gave the demon lord his power. He got back to his true self with his powers and saved the people by holding the buildings that were about to fall. Amelia got her powers as well and fought bravely with Ariel, who got his powers back as well. The both of them fought with Lucifer, and they won, making Lucifer lose his powers completely. Then the demon lord used most of his great powers to make all the buildings go back to the way they were before. He saved the people once again. In the other world where the demon lord came from, some people can be seen discussing the demon lord and the people with him. They felt sad and angry that Amelia didn't kill the demon lord, but she's now a friend to him. Then they decided to send the young lady to go over to the next world to kill the demon lord. Lucifer lost all of his powers and there was no place for him to live, but the demon lord had a big heart, so he forgave Lucifer and took him to live with them. The next day, the demon lord came back from work. He noticed there was somebody in the next room. He now has a neighbor. Then the young lady came down. She walked down the stairs but fell, and she fell into the demon lord's hands. The new neighbor is the lady that was sent from the other world to kill Lucifer. The next day, the new neighbor then knocked on their door. She came to thank the demon lord for saving her the other day from falling. She then told them that her name is Suzanne. Amelia came visiting as well, but she was spying on them. When Suzanne opened the door, she fell down the stairs, but the demon lord saved her from falling on the floor and then took her inside. Suzanne was acting nice to them, like she was an innocent neighbor who cared for them, and she cooked for them because Asiel was ill. Then the next day, while at his place of work, Chaiho came to visit him, and he told her that his neighbor is very kind and she has been giving him food. This got Chaiho very angry. She started pulling him at his shirt and shouting at him, then asking him if the new neighbor is pretty. She then asked him to open the box she brought for him, which has 2 layers, and then the one he opened was the one with a design of love. This got Chaiho to scream happily. The next day, Chaiho went to the demon lord with Amelia, and she held some food with her. The door was opened by the demon lord neighbor Suzanne, which got Chaiho crying and Amelia screaming. The lady is now very close to the demon lord. She welcomed them inside and served all of the food while they are except Lucifer. They all then began to discuss, and Suzanne promised Chaiho that she would teach her how to cook while they were eating. The demon lord then escorted Chaiho back on her way home, and she told him about her feelings. She said she doesn't mind if he loves her back, but she was happy if they remain friends. The demon lord acted like he did not know what she was talking about when she took the bicycle and ran away very fast. Later that same day, Suzanne met Amelia in a big shop and they were both talking. Then Amelia found out that Suzanne was also from their world, and they started arguing. Amelia said she didn't know that Suzanne had come from their world, while Suzanne said she thought Amelia knew because of one of their discussion. Suzanne then told Amelia of her plans to kill the demon lord to save Amelia's dignity because the elderly and church in their world are concerned, but Amelia told her that she doesn't care anymore. Then one day, the demon lord went to the new restaurant his manager has asked him to go to. She had asked him to go over to a friend's chicken restaurant to help her. He was to work in a restaurant close to a beach. Chai-ho had invited Amelia and Suzanne out to a place close to the beach. They were to go to the zoo and see the reptiles like lizards. While checking the reptiles, Amelia and Chai-ho confessed that they do not like reptiles, but Suzanne is their opposite. She often eats lizards and likes them. The three then decide to go and play at the beach, which they did. But while playing at the beach, some big crocodiles started coming outside, and then people started screaming. Then the demon lord went to the place and froze the people except for his friends, then cast a spell saying, "Impure souls return from the underworld, bind these weak-minded souls to my world." He repeated this 3 times, and the crocodile all obeyed him, and they all obeyed him. Once again, he saved the people. One day, some men can be seen discussing killing the demon lord, but while they were discussing, a person covered entered the house and controlled them with powers. The men started killing themselves by strangling themselves to death. They used their hands to tighten their neck, thereby killing themselves. The last person didn't kill himself, then the person covered came over and used a very big object to hit his head, then blood spilled everywhere. The person covered is Suzanne. She then went to meet her master, who gave her a piece of cloth to clean the blood on her face and gave her a list of jobs she's to do. At her house, while looking at the list, she felt very sad. Another day, she went to meet her master again, and he gave her the last job she's to do. She was to kill the demon lord. Then she made up her mind to kill him. She then went to meet Susan and Chai-ho when they were walking together in the night. She told them of her plans to kill the demon lord, but Chai-ho talked to her not to do so. Chai-ho asked her that when he was the demon lord, was Suzanne close to him. She then said that all the bad things that happened then might not be the demon lord's fault but his general's. But Suzanne didn't answer her. She has made up her mind to kill the demon lord. Susan's master can be seen. He came to fight with Amelia, and he captured Amelia and Chai-ho and used his power to tie Amelia. Chai-ho cried out that he shouldn't hurt Amelia, while Amelia also cried out that he should not hurt Chai-ho, but the horrible master of Suzanne in blue hair kept torturing them, and Suzanne didn't save them. Suzanne then went to where the demon lord is and destroyed his bicycle. He was still complaining about his bicycle when she told him where Amelia and Chai-ho were. The both of them then fought, and the demon lord asked her how she could do that to her friends. She left her friends for the man to kill her. Later, the demon lord then went to save them. Chai-ho and Amelia were very happy to see that he had come to save them. Susan then came as well to save her friends. She told the man that he was evil and she would save her friends from him. The master then made the color of the whole world change, and everybody became scared. But once again, due to the people's fear, the demon lord gained power, and he got his powers back. He became his true self back and fought against the blue-haired man. Orba came to the place to fight with the demon lord, and he won both of them and saved his friends. Once again, the demon lord saved the whole world. Then all of them were happy. The next day at the office, the demon lord manager questioned him that she heard he took a mop and went out like a crazy man yesterday, and he didn't come back to the office. The demon lord tried defending himself. Then Chai-ho spoke. She told the manager how the demon lord had saved a lot of people the other day, and Suzanne came into the restaurant. She also told the manager how great of a man he was. And Chai-ho happily called him a hero who saved the whole world. One day, some men were carrying some boxes to the demon lord's house, and this made Amelia wonder what they were. She felt the demon lord was up to something. At the office, the demon lord asked his manager for some time off work, and this got Chai-ho angry. She felt that Asale and the demon lord wants to go back to the other world. Then she informed Amelia. Amelia then told her that she would like to think they are not up to something bad, but she saw some men carrying some load to his house. The both of them then secretly watched the demon lord. They wanted to know what he was up to. While secretly watching him, he caught them and then told them to come outside, which they did. He then told them about his reason for taking the day off. He said Asale wants to make money for the expenses at home as well, so he got a job with an agency to help Asale. He took a day off work to assist him, but Asale got posted to another place. They were not placed to work together. Then Amelia asked him who had ordered all the boxes that she saw the man put in their house. This got the demon lord alarmed, and they all went to the house. On checking, Lucifer saw all the boxes and saw they contained a bed, a fire extinguisher, and other things. He called the office where Lucifer had gotten them from, but the man gave an excuse, so they can't be able to return anything. All of their savings were gone. He and Amelia then went to the office and saw that Asiel was the one at the office. He then told Asiel what had happened, and they spoke to the main boss of the company, but the man didn't want to collect the goods back. He had scammed Lucifer. Amelia then saved them. She asked the demon lord that how old is Lucifer in the new world. They were and told them that since he isn't up to the age of 18, all of the things he bought were supposed to be signed by his guardian, and since the demon lord hasn't signed any of this, they have the right to return the goods and collect their money back. They reported this to a lawyer, and the man came to pack all of his goods back and returned their money. The man left their house looking very angry, while the demon lord shined his teeth at the man happily. Then later, the demon lord and Asiel were discussing. They couldn't believe that the hero Amelia, their once enemy, could be the one to save them from the man who scammed them. Here, the season 1 of series ends. To watch many more exciting recaps like this, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Let us know in the comment section about the next favorite movie that you would like us to recap. Thanks again for watching. Stay safe and healthy.